Week 13 is in the books, and we are headed into the final week of the fantasy regular season. That means this is really the last week for a lot of leagues, especially in Dynasty, to make trades, right? To go and add potentially valuable, players off of your waiver wire with injuries piling up, all of these things kind of taking place. So before we get into, 5 moves to make for week 14, guys, remember, if you like what we're doing, subscribe to the channel. If you have questions, you have comments, right, drop them down below as well. All right, let's dive in. The first move to make is go and add Tyler Huntley, specifically right in your 2 QB in your Superflex Dynasty leagues. Lamar Jackson left week 13 early with a knee injury. It doesn't look like he's going to be out for the season. The early news, and I'm recording Sunday night, but the early news is, at least 1 to 2 weeks, which means if you had Lamar Jackson and you were in a playoff spot, you're most likely going to be missing him for at least round 1 of the playoffs, maybe further. So that means Tyler Huntley, who now steps in as kind of Lamar Jackson light, is going to have relevance moving forward, at least for a few weeks. And if you're not familiar with Tyler Huntley and what he does a lot of the same things Lamar Jackson does, significantly worse. He's run for over 40 yards in every single start he's had, right? He has started 5 games, all of them last season. He ran for 40-plus yards in each game. Even this week, he ran for 40-plus yards in a game where he came in relief of Lamar Jackson. So the rushing upside's there. So Tyler Huntley, he's out there. Go and scoop him up. Again, available in 60% of leagues. He is a replacement for Lamar Jackson, although do not expect anywhere near Lamar Jackson numbers. Move number 2 heading into week 14, go ahead and add DeeJay Dallas on the Seattle Seahawks. This is the second time DeeJay Dallas has popped up onto this list. He's available in 74% of Dynasty leagues on Sleeper right now, and with Kenneth Walker leaving early with an ankle injury, he is now, again, the next man up, right? 3rd string running back, maybe 4th string, depending on what you think of Travis Homer. DeeJay Dallas now gets thrust into the starting role. Is he going to be a superstar again? No, that's why he's on waivers. That's why he's a backup. But he's going to provide value in a fairly high-powered offense on a team that likes to run, especially in the red zone. So DeeJay Dallas is out there, right? Again, 74% of leagues. He gets thrust into the starting running back spot for at least 1 to 2 weeks here. So if you need a bye week fill-in on week 14 or an injury fill-in, DeeJay Dallas probably should end up being started. Just if you're going that low in Dynasty as it is. So DeeJay Dallas is out there. Go ahead and scoop him up. Our third move to make, and again, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel, right? It's the end of the season. This is a cop-out. Go ahead and add Zonovan Knight still. He's still out there in 19% of leagues. It's probably not your league. If you've watched this, he was highlighted last week. But go ahead and add Zonovan Knight, right? This week, with Michael Carter out, he once again saw a ton of work, 20 opportunities, racks up 118 yards. Zonovan Knight is proving to be good. He's a legitimately talented player. He averaged over 6 yards a carry, a lot of that on the back of a monster run, but still, right, the numbers at a high level look pretty solid. I don't know if it's a guarantee that Michael Carter just completely, takes Zonovan Knight out of the equation here. Zonovan Knight has proven, again, like I said, to be good. It's not a guarantee Michael Carter steps back in and just asserts his dominance. I think Zonovan Knight's going to carry value at least through the end of the season, maybe early into next year if Breece Hall is not ready as well. So Zonovan Knight, go ahead, scoop him up. If you're a rebuilding team and you have him, trade him. I think that makes a lot of sense as well. But Zonovan Knight, again, 19% of leagues only. Hopefully you scooped him last week. If not, check your waivers. He still needs to be added. Moving on to move number 4, and this is a strategy move. Trade productive veterans if you're rebuilding. Again, if you are not a true contender, if you are not in the playoffs, you need to be trading veteran running backs like Samaje Perine. Trade him. If you're a rebuilder and you have him on your roster, trade him away. Any of these running backs that have been thrust into starting roles because of injuries, you need to be shipping all of them out. Get thirds, get seconds. I don't really care what pick it is, but get value for it because these guys probably don't have value next season, right? They're perennial handcuffs for a reason. So if you have veterans, go ahead and ship them out if you are not a contending team right now. I'm not saying sell for complete dirt, but if you're not going to have value and they probably don't carry value past this year, sell them for something. That is what you need to be doing. That's how you can help a rebuild or, a productive struggle, if you want to call it that. Those type of things. These are the moves you can make that help down the road. And to close us out, move number 5, if you are in the playoffs, go ahead and add basically every handcuff running back that exists that is on waivers. We see what happens down the stretch every single season. Running backs get hurt, and especially if it's on a team that is not going anywhere, they can get shut down for the season for like a minor ankle tweak or something like that would typically be 1 week. Maybe they're out for the season now. Go ahead, scoop up handcuffs, specifically people you're about to play against. Go scoop up their handcuffs if somehow they're floating on waivers. That's that extra little strategy piece. It may not matter. It probably won't matter. But if it does, 1, you look like a genius. 2, it is just a competitive advantage for you, right? Do the same thing with backup quarterbacks and super flex leagues. If you have open roster spots or just kind of end of bench wide receivers you're never going to play, cut them, add backup quarterbacks, add backup running backs, guys that can get thrust into a starting lineup should something happen down the stretch here. That is a small move that could go a very long way come weeks 15, 16, and 17 in the playoffs. All right, guys, that is all we have for you. A quick 5 moves to make. Again, if you like what we're doing, subscribe to the channel. If you have questions, comments, drop them down below as well. As always, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.